If you're the typical agent, did you know that you're losing sales to your competitors that had you kept them, you would have generated more than an extra $100,000 in commissions last year alone? Let me explain. A few years back, a book was written called The Millionaire Real Estate Agent. In it, the author reports on a study that was made among thousands of agents across the country. And one of the questions it was trying to answer was, how many sales should you get from your sphere of influence? And what they found is that for every 12 contacts in your sphere of influence that you properly touched, you should generate about 2 sales a year, or about 17 sales for every 100 contacts. So with that as a backdrop, let's do a quick business assessment and look at what this means to you. Let's say that you're a typical agent and you did 18 transactions in the last 12 months. Also, as a typical agent, you have around 125 people in your sphere of influence list. So out of those 18 transactions, you likely had about 3 sales that you recognized from your list, and your average sales price was around $250,000. And finally, let's assume one more thing, and that is that you want to grow your business to 28 transactions over the next 12 months. So with that, the first thing we need to look at is how many sales did you lose? So if we go back to the study with the book, out of 125 contacts, you should have made around 21 sales. You got 3. That means that you lost 18 sales to your competitors that should rightfully belong to you. And how much did it cost? It cost you about $137,000 in commissions straight from your pocket. So when you look at what you lost in just the last 12 months, how does that make you feel? If you're like most agents, it probably makes you sick in the stomach, doesn't it? Now, if these were your numbers, think about what you could have done with an extra $137,000 last year. Would that have made a big impact to your family? Well, that's the impact that you gave to your competitors for free. And as if that wasn't bad enough, let's also look at the impact that it made to your growth. So if your goal was to hit 28 sales in the next 12 months, that means that you need 10 more transactions than you did in the last 12 months. However, if you'd simply kept the sales that should have been yours rather than losing them, you would have had 18 more transactions, exceeding your goal by 129%. So do you realize that if all you do this year is simply plug the leak in your business, and these were your actual numbers and goals, you would earn an extra $137,000 and exceed your growth goal by 129% at the same time? Isn't that amazing? Well, one final question. In reaching your goals and earning more money, which do you think is easier to do? Do more prospecting, advertising, and working leads to grow your business? Or to plug this leak and keep the sales that should rightfully belong to you in the first place? Yeah, it's a lot easier to plug the leak, isn't it? And this is what we do for our clients. How well do we do it? Well, one of our clients started using our process, and within 4 months, he was getting 2 Come List Me Now phone calls every week, or about 8 a month. After a year, we were his most profitable investment, producing a 16-to-1 ROI. That means for every $1,000 he spends with us, he earns $16,000 in commissions. That's not a bad ROI, is it? Another of our clients wanted to use our marketing not for sphere of influence, but with geographic farming. So we targeted a 1,000-home golf community that had 2 long-term established agents. Within 7 months, he had 14 listing appointments, and by the end of the year, he was the #1 agent in that farm. In fact, we are so successful helping our clients stop losing sales to their competitors that we're the only company who guarantees your results. We guarantee 17 sales for every 100 sphere of influence contacts, and if we miss it, we'll not only refund your money, but we'll even pay you money to ensure that you've made a minimum profit working with us. So what do you do next? Well, if you're sick and tired of losing sales to your competitors and you want to stop the leak and keep those sales yourself, then simply complete the form on this page right now to learn more. When you do, tell us the information you want to know and we'll get it to you. Also, you'll get a second video that walks you through the secrets we discovered on how to accomplish this amazing feat, and we'll show you how we can guarantee you results when no one else can. So the ball is in your court. Fill out the form now.